Well, that's kind of scary. I don't want that there. Is that better? That's a little better. Yeah. I love hitting record before I'm even ready. It's my signature thing, buddy. Okay. That's good. That'll do. You like my chair? Thanks. Thanks. I shouldn't have spent the money, but you know what? It's part of the business. This is business. It's for business, okay? I wish it was a write-off. I'm mad. And it's very much a part of human existence, of being human, that feeling, that emotion, being angry. And sometimes I would like to express my anger. Now, TMI, I'm going to say this right off the bat, I will be mentioning how I'm about to be bleeding. So testosterone is spiking right now, which when I'm irritated and angry during this time of the month means it's what do I want to say? It's amplified. It's amplified. The anger, the irritation, the things that are going wrong just seem to be louder. So, yeah, man. I'm like you, dude, with little willies between your legs, okay? Well, a little closer. With the testosterone levels, at least. Okay, so what am I mad about? I know I'm not supposed to be yapping about my personal life. So I'm just going to try to express this in a way that is generic, that can cover so many grounds of other people's personal experiences and life experiences, especially with being irritated and angry. Where do I begin? Right, okay. That was our cue. You cannot take the lessons of suffering from me. And I don't want anyone to take the lessons of suffering from me. One of the Buddhist sayings is the root of suffering is attachment, yes? Can you not? Can you stop? I swear, electronics sometimes. Oh, and sorry about all this. This is all the paperwork I was talking about that I need to file. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. I'm in the midst of trying to put together an office, a filing cabinet, because I'm trying to get my life in order. And it's partially built. It's back there. It's right here. But I put, well, I had some help with my brother and put a wrong part together, and now it needs to be disassembled to be put together right. And I'm just, after 10-hour shifts and walking Maverick and changing his bandaging and feeding him and Grammy and doing dishes and feeding myself, it's not something I want to put on the agenda for today. That was a good rant. Thanks for listening to my rant. I need to get rid of this frustration and anger. There's the finance things or whatever. The finance things or whatever. I just need to make more phone calls, which the phone calls never freaking stop. Phone calls never freaking stop in adulthood. Gotta call this office. Gotta make this appointment. Gotta freaking call and correct this because people are drawing too much money. I didn't sign up for that. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Anyways, yeah, you can't take my suffering from me. And also you cannot erase the suffering I've already gone through and the lessons I have learned through those hardships, those trials, because I have triumphed over those trials. I now know more than ever how much I can go through and what I can take on. And let me just tell you, this, buddy, I can take on a lot. I can survive through a lot. I feel like a cockroach at this point of my life. Okay? I don't really want to put that to the test. Universe, don't listen to me. Don't take me seriously. Don't try to make me survive an atomic bomb. But I've been through some things that I I will not speak about freely. No, because it's honestly none of your beeswax. And that would be giving you too much power over me and knowing so much information. And people take advantage of having information about you, thinking that they're closer than they really are. And yeah, trying to weasel themselves in areas they should not. How is this venting helping me? It's not even hitting the nail on the head. It's not even getting to the point that I want to make. What is the point I want to make? I guess anyone that's trying to get involved with me, especially romantically, you are not competing with my exes. No, because they were shitbags. Yeah. I know that. I've grown from that. Now I know why I was attracted to that. I'm healing from that. I will say I do not find the dudes that are drinking all the time and smoking cigarettes and making very unwise financial and just choices in general in life attractive. I don't find them attractive at all. But I also do not find the good guys attractive because they haven't gone through what I've gone through. And there's no way to relate. And too many of them talk to me as if they're trying to teach me a whole bunch of things and not shutting the fuck up. To realize I don't need teaching from you. Never wanted to be taught by anybody. And I certainly don't want to have to teach you that. I don't want to have to teach you how to understand me. Okay? I'm not at that point. I know it is a privilege to be single, especially this day and age in this economy, and I am struggling, but I would rather struggle single and having that privilege and learning these lessons than to jump in a relationship just because it will make things financially easier. That it may, I don't know, appease my flesh and having somebody to cuddle and have sex with. That's not what I want. I want to have the privilege of being single and having these hardships. This is just the same amount of lessons and experiences you would learn from traveling the whole wide world and seeing a whole bunch of different cultures is what I'm experiencing of what I can live through by my own means, by my own effort, by my own work, by all the money I have earned myself. The amount of money I have put into my own life, the amount of years I've paid my mortgage, the car loan, the insurance, the phone bill, the electric bill, the propane, the food, all of these things that I have done for myself and paid for myself and earned for myself for so many years. That is what you are up against. And so many are not in the same boat as me. So many are not in the same frequency as me. Because most people, if you ever did have any idea of how it was for me growing up and what I have gone through, most people that have gone through those things end up drug addicts. Most people don't find themselves any self-value to build up a good life for themselves because they were treated so badly they don't know what they're worth. I overcame that. I found self-love at least enough to not off myself. And that is a triumph. And no one can compare to that other than me. And I'm not saying someone has to live the exact same life or childhood I have to be able to be on the same frequency as me, but you're going to have at least similar experiences in some depth. Because otherwise I really can't take you seriously. And any time in my past lives, let's say, because it makes me feel better, of when I didn't have that self-love, when I didn't have that self-value, and I was drinking all of the time, the type of people that had gotten me into kissing them, hugging, cuddling, and sleeping with, fucking, okay? Let's be blunt here. I have fucked drunk. Actually, probably 95% of every time I've ever had sex has been drunk. Because I had a fucked up childhood. I did not have self-value. I was not taught that. So you can judge me as much as you want, but I'm no saint. and I'm not pure. My obsession with nunnery a couple years back was mainly because I wanted to be shed clean of all of the shit that I had lived through that I didn't deserve, but I didn't know I didn't deserve, that I deserve better. And I'm still learning every day of what I deserve. And by golly, I'm not going to settle. Not by a sliver will I settle. I would rather continue to suffer in my privilege of being single. And you can't take that away from me. I know what it takes to be in relationships. I know the hardships. I know the heartbreak because I have gone through quite a few heartbreaks. But now where I stand today, were they really heartbreaks? Because I didn't know how to love myself. Was I fully loving them, or was it a crutch because I didn't want to see what I needed to see as to why I was settling for those that I was with, that I had even given a chance? And if by chance any of these past people that I have done stuff with in the past, there is no chance in hell that you're going to come back into my life, especially if we slept together while I was drunk. Now, I understand we were both obliterated. We were both super drunk, and neither of us could have been that reasonable person to be like, hey, probably not a good idea. I get it. That shit happens. We're adults. But when it was the old me, young me, drunk out of my mind, and you got a piece of something, you got a piece of that cake, you're not allowed in my life. You're dead to me. And believe me, I've already forgotten your face. 2 years tops, I've already forgotten your face. I don't know what you look like anymore. So if we ever run into each other, don't say hi to me. I don't know who you are. And I would rather not remember my past lives of people that I have degraded myself with. Self-harm shows itself in many ways. And self-harm for me was getting involved with people that did not value me, did not appreciate me, and just wanted sex. That's how I devalued myself. That's how I hurt myself. And man, I did it well. I did it well when I was drunk. But I can tell you what, since I've been sober, I don't have those issues. Only a slight chance when I'm super drunk. That's why I try to be only around safe people, people I trust when I'm drunk, so that those situations, those things don't ever happen. You understand? And some people have lost that trust. So, yeah, and short and long, 13 minutes long, that kind of helps me amplify and express my frustration right now. On top of many other things I'm not getting into, but yeah. Happy freaking Wednesday. It's going to be an Aries full moon tomorrow, and it's already hitting me because, you know, Aries are blunt. Aries don't mess around. They're very transparent, very honest, even when it's a kind of too blunt, too honest. It's all coming out right now. All right, good talk.